Hello, everyone. In this class, we will learn how to maintain the activity of a community during social marketing. There are 6 ways to maintain the activity of a community, including community sharing, community discussion, community check-in, making good use of red envelope, benefit distribution, and emoji creation. Community sharing is the most effective way to increase group activity. To make a successful share, you need to consider the following 10 steps. 1. Preparing in advance. Make sure to schedule the share and communicate and review the quality of the content in advance. 2. Repeating notifications. Once the sharing time is confirmed, multiple messages should be posted in the group in advance to remind group members to participate on time. If the sharing is particularly important, group messaging or individual notifications should even be used. 3. Emphasis on rules. If there are new members joining the group before the group sharing, they may not be familiar with the sharing rules and may interrupt at inappropriate times, which will affect the guests sharing. Therefore, a reminder is needed before each sharing begins. 4. Warm up in advance. Before the formal sharing, the group should be open for discussion in advance, or some light topics should be actively discussed in the WeChat group to guide everyone online and create an atmosphere for communication. Generally, the more people online in a group, the faster the messages will scroll. 5. Introduction of guests. There should be a host in the community to guide and introduce the share's expertise or qualifications, so that everyone can enter a formal listening state. 6. Encouraging interaction. Regardless of the sharing code, there may be a situation where the atmosphere cools down, so the share or the host should set up interactive points in advance. 7. Controlling the scene at any time. If someone interrupts during the sharing process or brings up irrelevant content, the host should privately remind and guide them to follow the sharing order first. 8. Summary. After the sharing, it is necessary to guide everyone to summarize the sharing and even encourage them to share their own feelings and experiences on Weibo and WeChat moments. This kind of sharing is crucial for internet community operation and word-of-mouth spread. 9. Providing rewards. After the sharing session, giving very small rewards to friends who summarize well or participate attentively will attract more people to join the next sharing session. 10. Building the brand. After organizing the content of the sharing session, it can be published and disseminated through new media platforms such as Weibo and WeChat official account. Community sharing is generally one too many, with one protagonist leading the output and others learning. Community discussion is mainly about finding a topic that every member can participate in and obtaining a high-quality discussion through mutual engagement. We can prepare for a group discussion in 3 stages: sharing preparation, sharing process, and sharing conclusion. Community check-in refers to behavior adopted by members of a community to cultivate a certain habit. For a community, check-in activity not only helps maintain quality through high-quality output from members, but also increases the activity of the community. So, how should a community's check-in activity be planned and operated? First, we can start by setting the check-in rules, which include the deposit system, elimination system, supervision system, incentive system, and iteration system. Community check-in activities generally have a long and tedious process. For groups with clear themes and unified check-in content, the most important thing is to manage and allocate vertically according to the timeline. For example, in the Structural Thinking Power community's daily question check-in activity, which includes topic selection, announcements, comments, collection, evaluation, etc., a mentor usually poses a question in the morning and check-in of community members based on that question, sharing their answers for the day. The officer in turn provides the Excel file of all check-in materials for the mentor. And then the mentor team will provide feedback on everyone's check-in content. However, for check-in communities with many rules, group settings, and rich activities, this means that the difficulty of operation and management will increase. If you want to maintain a relatively high standard and motivate everyone to continue to produce check-in content with good quality, it will require multiple management personnel to invest a considerable amount of time, with proper coordination and clear division of labor. If the members of a community can continue to participate in the activities, it not only tests the self-discipline of the members, but also sets high requirements for the atmosphere in the community. Only by creating the good atmosphere can the actions of members be more sustainable. What kinds of atmospheres need to be created in the check-in community, and how should they be created? We can start by setting examples, mutual encouragement, interactive feedback, group competitions, fun activities, creating surprises, making an impact, and establishing common rules. Community maintenance is not easy, and check-in with various styles can help maintain user stickiness for owners, often with very good results. The gameplay of check-in with various styles includes themed and fellow check-in, autonomous and private check-in, on-site challenge check-in, big shot incubation check-in, and paid participation. Active communities usually rely on prompting red envelopes, and there are usually several occasions for prompting red envelopes, creating active atmosphere, new member introductions, member activation, announcement of good news, personal rewards, and posting advertisements. The operating rules of red envelopes vary depending on the different purposes. Although it's great to get a red envelope, have you really not experienced any annoying red envelope? Have there been any unpleasant incidents in the community due to issues related to getting red envelopes? If so, how can we avoid these problems or risks? There are 6 tips on how to make the most of red envelopes. 1. A good reputation is essential and one should not act recklessly. 2. Either have enough quantity or have a large enough size. 3. If it's true love, send a targeted red package. 4. Activate the invincible connection mode of red envelopes. 5. Sending a red envelope at the right time will maximize its effect. 6. Cleverly designing rules to make red envelope an incentive weapon. The community's own funds or benefits obtained through cooperation with sponsors are also a powerful tool to help the community stimulate activity. Generally speaking, community benefits can be divided into the 4 following categories: material, economic, learning, and honor benefits. Community is based on internet connection. People have never met before. So how can you prove that you are a member of a community? Do you have a matching secret signal with people inside the community? This type of information is called a subculture within the community. And the communities with highly consensual subcultures are more vibrant. The emoji packs effectively communicate subcultures on the internet. And once a subculture is formed within a community, it should consider actively creating its own subculture within the smaller circle. Professional literacy. What is integrity? From ancient times to the present, people's lives cannot do without integrity. In the Zhuangzi Fish Father, it is said, "Truth is the utmost sincerity. Without sincerity and integrity, one cannot move others." In the Lao Tzu, it is said, "Light promises lead to little trust." In the Analects Governance, it is said, "A person without integrity, one does not know if they can be relied upon." In the Analects Yin Yuan, it is said, "Without trust from the people, one cannot establish oneself." In this lesson, we briefly introduce how to maintain the activity of a community, including community sharing, community discussion, community check-in, making good use of red envelope, benefit distribution, and emoji creation. I hope these contents can help you. Thank you all.